Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Lovely to see you on this day of Good Friday 2020. I was speaking to a friend last night. I was going to meet with her today. And last night, when I felt into the energy of it, it just felt heavy to be leaving the home. And I rang her and said that I feel like I need to rest. I just need to be quiet at the moment. And she said, that's really weird, because she said, I was about to ring you and say the same thing. And as we talked, we started really tuning into how much is happening on the planet at the moment, and how much we're moving out of this, the era of the Christ consciousness. Not in terms of that energy won't be there, but the seeding of the Christ consciousness, and what Yeshua, or the one we know as Jesus Christ, seeded on the planet over 2,000 years ago. And as I woke up this morning, I was surrounded by, I'm being told to say, a choir of angelic beings. And the energy that I was feeling in recognition for the people on the planet who are choosing consciousness, for those of us who have lived many, many lifetimes contributing to the change of consciousness on the planet. And for all of us out there, all of you guys out there watching this now or later, who have been through challenges, who have had those times of not knowing what you're here, but knowing that there's a purpose, and it's all coming to this culmination now. So the message that I was kind of getting through was one of, it's time to actually take Jesus off the cross. He's been there long enough, because, and in so doing, it's time to take ourselves off the cross. It's time to release the pain and suffering, and the honoring of that pain and suffering. We make pain and suffering and sacrifice so noble in this reality. It's time to let go of that, so that we can start to choose greater ease and joy, and recognize that we are infinite beings, that we can create in a different way now. It's time to release the wounds of the past. It's time to, stop making the pain and suffering so significant in our lives, and start to step into that energy of ease. So as I'm talking, I'm inviting you guys just to expand your energy out in all directions. Expand your awareness out so that you become aware of the entire planet, and even more so that you become aware of the whole universe, and expand even more in all directions so that you become aware of the entire universe and the cosmos and beyond. And as you do that, lower all your barriers so that you're in a space of truly receiving, and allow yourself to receive that recognition and acknowledgement from the angelic realms, because it is truly, truly phenomenal. There is so much happening in the angelic realms at the moment that is just mind-blowing. So I really encourage you over the next few days, as we go within, to allow yourself to tap into that energy. Ask it to be highlighted to you, or to come closer to you if you think you have trouble tuning into that. Allow yourself to receive that, because it's quite massive at the moment. The other thing is, in terms of the Easter weekend, is it really is about staying home. And this has nothing to do with the coronavirus. That's just a glorious excuse to get the rest of humanity to do what we know is required at this time. And, they need their justification for staying home, because most people, a month ago could not just say, hey, I need time out, I'm not going to work today for an extended period of time, and to really, really give themselves permission to do that. So we will see we will see, the government try to, fudge the numbers and people backpedaling and lies being covered up and all of these things in relation to what we're going through now. But none of it matters. None of it matters because it's the way that people in power justify their actions because they don't have the level of consciousness to really understand what's going on. And in terms of what we are creating on the planet at the moment, none of that matters. None of that matters. Honor yourselves enough over this Easter weekend to take the time to just be with yourself, no expectations from other people, to go within and to really tune in to yourself and to the angelic realms, to the non-physical realms. Because if you do that, you're really going to feel that sense of celebration, joy, acknowledgement for everything that you've done, and so much more. So as you stay home, also allow yourself to let your body, mind, and soul be washed clean. Like, this is a very significant weekend in terms of religions and so on. But let's have a look at it from like the bigger picture. This is a weekend in acknowledgement of Christ consciousness. And despite all of the religions and so on that were created because of the seeding of that consciousness on the planet, despite all of that, that doesn't really matter. That's just how we chose to play this energy out. But now we're taking it to the next level. Now we're saying, okay, let's let go of that aspect of the Christ consciousness, and let's start moving in to an era of mastery, an era of self-mastery, where each of us is truly responsible for ourselves. We are truly responsible for what we're creating on the planet. We're truly responsible for our own choices that we make as we go throughout our lives, that we really start to step up into that level of mastery, which is all about the energy of the 44, which I spoke about in the meditation that I did on the 4th of the 4th, 2020, whenever that was, a week or so ago. So what it feels like now is, it's not, I was going to call this the resurrection of you, but I thought, no, it's not a resurrection. It's an emergence. We're not going back to resurrect what was. We're emerging into something new, into something greater, into something different. And, I think what we can take from this quiet period is, beyond that, let us arise in a few days' time healed. Let us arise with a new level of consciousness. Let us arise ready to embrace a new reality. Let us arise ready to usher in this new era of consciousness with so much joy, and ease. It's time to let go of the suffering. It's time to stop making suffering significant and glorifying it. It's time to let all of that go. So I wanted to share a little bit of a healing with you now, and also some downloads to help kind of kickstart things as we kind of move into this new energy. So I'm going to invite you to take a nice deep breath. Expand your energy out even more, even more, even more in all directions. Keep expanding out. Lower all of your barriers. And what I'm being told is actually just to kind of imagine that your feet are being washed in this moment. Wow, I don't know if you guys can feel that energy, but it's emotional. What I'm feeling is the angels are coming in so close at the moment for each of you. they're actually washing your feet for you. So please allow yourself to feel that, because the energy of it is phenomenal. There is so much acknowledgement. There is so much celebration. There is so much honor for everything that you've been through, not just in this lifetime, for all lifetimes, and for what has been created on the planet. It is something that has never, ever been done in the history of Earth, ever, to get to this point of consciousness where we are now. There's so much more that I could say about that, but I don't want to get distracted. I want to do the healing, but please allow yourselves to feel those energies coming in. Allow yourself to feel that acknowledgement, and allow your feet to be washed by the angels. And yeah, just breathe that in. Whoa, that's awesome. Just take a moment to feel that energy. And let's do a few downloads. Let's download that you know what it feels like to be in your power. That you know what it feels like to know who you are, to be clear about who you are and what you wish to create in this reality. Let's download that you know how to trust yourself as you go through these changes that we're going through at the moment. That you know what it feels like to let go of guilt and shame and regret and blame, frustration, resentment. That you can let go of all of these things, that you can let go of all the hurts and all the wounds that you've been carrying for lifetimes. Can we download that you know what it feels like to be empowered? That you know what it feels like to live without fear of being you, that you know what it feels like to live without fear of stepping forward, that you know what it feels like to have clarity and confidence about your direction and purpose in life, and how to move forward with ease and joy. Can we download that you know what it feels like to live without taking on everyone else's energies, and that you know what it feels like to navigate your way through these current times with ease and joy without being, adversely influenced by the energy of other people. That you know what it feels like to be impervious to negativity and toxicity. That means that you don't take it on, that it doesn't come into your space. Can we download that you know what it feels like to love yourself, to love and accept yourself, and know that you are loved beyond measure. That you know what it feels like to receive, that you know what it feels like to honor who you are and why you are here. Can we download that you know what it feels like to know what joy is and to have creator's perspective of what joy is, and also that you know what gratitude is and to have creator's perspective of gratitude, and that also that you know what ease is, you know what that feels like, and you know what creator's perspective is of that also. Can we download that you know what it feels like to know that you are a gift to creation? That you know how to trust yourself, and that what you contribute is having an impact on humanity. That you know what it feels like to lower all of those barriers and to allow yourself to be in that space of grace and vulnerability without feeling exposed, to just allow yourself to receive. To know what it feels like to listen to the Creator, to hear the Creator, to have that connection with Creator in whatever shape or form that manifests for you. That you know what it feels like to trust your own wisdom and guidance. Okay, so can I have permission to download that for each of you? Just say yes and you'll receive the download whether you're watching now or later. And I'm going to invite you just to bring energy up from through the soles of your feet. Bring energy up through your legs, bringing this beautiful earth energy up through your body, filling up your body, bringing it up through your torso and letting it fill up through your arms, and letting it fill up all the way to the top of your head. And imagine yourself going out the top of your head in a beautiful ball of light, noticing what color the ball is, and seeing you in that ball floating upwards higher and higher through the stars, beyond the sky, and higher and even higher, until you come to the bright white lights and the dark lights and more white lights, and keep feeling yourself moving up through them even higher, until you come to a beautiful, brilliant white light, and keep moving through that beautiful white light, letting yourself go even higher and higher and higher. And then you come to a jelly-like substance that's filled with colors. Feel yourself moving up through that, even higher and higher, feeling yourself being propelled up even higher. And in the distance you see a window with a beautiful white iridescent light coming out of it, and you feel yourself being propelled into that light, and it's coming from this beautiful rectangular window. And see yourself as that light propels you through the window, and as you go through that window, you come into this space of oneness with all that is. And that ball that you're in now dissipates as you become one with all of creation, with all things, with all that is. And know that you do not lose yourself as you become one. You're still you, but you are connected to all things. And just allow yourself to feel that. Just notice how that feels in the molecules of your body. Just allow that energy to really permeate every part of you. And from that space, we give the command, Creator of all that is, it is commanded to send unconditional love and healing through every part of my body and across the entire planet for anyone who is willing to receive it. And now we want to witness that. We want to just watch as unconditional love is poured down from the heavens, through your crown chakra, through every cell of your body, and noticing as this unconditional love and light energy washes through your body, it washes away all of the wounds, all of the pains, all of the suffering, all of the things that you were too afraid to uncover, all of the things that have pushed down so deep, everything that you're willing to let go of in this moment, everything that will no longer serve you as you move into this new era, just letting all that be washed away, letting it permeate every cell, every molecule, letting it fill your body, and then allowing, as that's taking place, allowing yourself to also be aware that that healing, that energy is raining down very gently and very beautiful across the entire planet, so that every single person who is willing to receive healing at this time can receive that energy if they choose to. Not from a place of having to save or heal them, but from a place of being a contribution to the planet and humanity. Hello to my beautiful brother who is watching and everybody else who's online. I can't see who's there, but I appreciate you being here. So just allowing that energy to flow through your body, allowing yourself to receive that healing, and acknowledging the healing that is taking place across the planet, and the significance of this happening at this weekend, as we let Jesus off the cross, as we let go of that old pains and wounds and suffering mentality, and we let ourselves off our own cross, and we we take off our own crown of thorns. We let go of our own betrayals, whether any of these pains and sufferings have been done to us by others or by ourselves, just to completely let all of that wash away with this beautiful healing energy that's coming into your body. Letting it all go, letting it all go. All of those deep wounds that you've been holding on to, that you've been trying to hide, that you didn't want anyone else to see, you can just let it all go. This weekend is a weekend of healing, of going within, of being in the cave, in the cocoon, whatever analogies we want to use, it doesn't matter, because in a couple of days, or maybe weeks, or whenever it is, we will emerge, we will arise healed if we choose. We will be ready for this new era of consciousness on the planet. We will be ready to embrace a new reality in whatever shape or form that takes place. So thank you all for being here today. Thank you all for being with me and adding your energy to this Facebook Live. I hope you have an amazing weekend. Let it be a weekend of healing. Take care of yourself. Be with your families. Be with your gardens and with nature, and by water, even if it's in a shower or a bath or a river or a stream, whatever you have available to you. It's going to be very healing to be around water at the moment. And I wish you all the best, and I'll see you guys very, very soon in another Facebook Live, no doubt. Mwah. Thank you for watching.